Myself is Kanti sir, teaching mathematics here in Standard 10 Medium English. We already discussed almost exercise 5.2. Only 3 sums left. So today, first of all, we finish that 3 sums first of all, and we skip 2 in between sums also. That are quite theoretical sums. Okay, quite little different than remaining ones. Now, look at number 18. First of all, you have to understand the given question well and try to write in mathematical notation. Okay, so in first statement, question number 18 of 5.2, the sum of the fourth and eighth term of an AP is 24. Means instead of giving one term, they are given sum of any 2 terms, but AP is not given. So actually, you know, in previous lecture also we practiced this types of sum in which 2 terms are given. Means we will get 2 equations. If we solve these 2 equations simultaneously by elimination method, we will have A and D. If we have A and D, then we have arithmetic progression. After getting arithmetic progression means A and D, we can get whatever R. Okay. So our main purpose in this type of sum to get equation first of all according to given one. After getting equations, we solve it. That is the main part. Okay. Now look at 4th and 8th term. So means I can write A4 plus A8 equal to 24. A4 and A8, sum of both one is 24, and sum of the 6th term and 10th term is equal to 44. So means I told you, write in mathematical notation, symbolic way. Okay. Now we used to write equation from writing this in previous practice. Okay, yesterday's practice only. So now you just write in place of A4, A plus 3D. Why A plus 3D you know? A plus N minus 1D. This is nothing but a N. Okay, here also N. So A plus N minus 1. We are having N only, not A, not D. Now equal to 24. So it will become 2A plus 10D equal to 24. Now it is divisible by 2. So I can write A plus 5D equal to 12. Equation number 1. Same way, write down that A plus 5D plus A plus 9D equal to 44. 2A plus 14D equal to 44. Now A plus 7D equal to 22. Equation number 2. Now just like previous sums, solve both equations. So I write first of all bigger one, bigger equation. That is not rule, but I usually write bigger equation, bigger coefficient. A plus 5D equal to 12. Now subtract first equation from second one. Why? Because sign of A are equal only. If that is opposite, then only we can eliminate that particular variable. So we have to subtract whole equation, not particular term. Whole equation. To subtract any equation means to convert sign opposite of each and every term of second equation. Now A cancel out. 2D equal to 10. So D equal to 5. Okay. Now use anyone. I am using 1 only, so by 1, A plus 5D equal to 12. Now instead of D, write down its value. So A plus 25 equal to 12. So A equal to 12 minus 25 minus 13. So we got D as well as A. Again, they given 4th and 8th term sum, 6th and 10th term sum. First one is 24, second one is 44. Okay. Now, here is 2A plus 10D equal to 24 divided by 2. 2A plus 14D divided by 2. Solve by elimination method. 7 minus 5, 2. 10, 5. After placing 5 in place of D, we use equation number 1 and got A equal to minus 13. If you use second equation also, then also you will have value of A minus 13 only. Now, find first 3 terms of the AP. Find first 3 terms of the AP. So I write here first 3 terms. Start from minus 30. Okay. So first term is minus 30. Second term A1 plus D. So minus 13 plus 5. Okay. So it is minus 8. Now A3 equal to A2 plus D. Minus 8 plus 5 minus 3. Okay. So these are first 3 terms of AP. If you want, you can write all together also. Therefore they are, here means first 3 terms are minus 13, minus 8, minus 3. Okay. So just starting is new. Otherwise finding A and D. After finding A and D, they sometimes ask particular term. Otherwise they can ask which term of this AP is this. Means reverse way. N is asked. Sometimes they ask only AP. That is nothing but AP. Okay. So this is the 18. Now look at number 19. Subbarao started work in 1995 at an annual salary rupees 5,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. In this year, did his income reach rupees 7,000? So obviously, first term will be 5,000 and second term value is 5,200. Third term value is 5,400. Why? 200 increase means that is the. So his salary and monthly salary but increase annually only. So in whole year in 1995 he got 5,000 monthly. Then in next year 5,200 monthly. Okay. So we just interested in salary only, not total. So you can write his salary forms arithmetic progression. So you can write his salary forms arithmetic progression. Now write down few terms 5,000, 5,200, 5,400 ... 7,000. How many terms are there? Means in how many years his salary will become 7,000? So you understand? That is the sum. Just like question number 5, 4 and 5. Just look there. Of same exercise 5.2, question number 4 and 5. Which term or how many terms? So you will have N, you have to find N. Okay. After finding L, just look at which year that is. Okay. Suppose you got 20, then 1995 plus 20. 1995 plus 20. So in this year, you will get salary 7,000. You have to give in year. Okay. So just adding that one. So question number 19 of exercise 5.2 homework. First sum. Okay. This sum is given directly, AP is not given, but you very easily understand that is that forms AP, and last term is 7, but we don't know its number. So find out that number. After finding number, just add that number in 1995. So you will get in which year particular. In that year only, his salary is up to 7,000. Now next, Ramkali saved ₹5 in the first week of the year. Then increase her weekly saving by ₹1.75. So you understand that increment or increase, that is nothing but a D, just like previous one. In the nth week, her weekly saving becomes 20.75. Find it. So same type of sum only. Don't confuse by decimal. So first term will be 5, second term will be 6.75. Then add 1.75, 1.7, just write 1, 2 or 3 terms, then dot dot dot, 20.75. Don't understand it will be difficult due to decimal numbers. Okay? No rule of that, and either fraction or decimal number results in the difficult sum or difficult calculation. Okay? So very easily you can find that one also. Okay? Same type of sum, both ones. In both ones you have to find n only. An is given, last term is given. Okay? F already given, but indirectly, not directly. Okay? So I hope you understand very well and do calculation properly so that you can get answer. Nothing is. Now look at that number. We skip there. We first of all skip question number 12. Look at question number 12 of 5.2, same exercise, this one only. 12 number. The APs have the same common difference. Two APs have the same common difference. Two APs are there, but not given. The difference between 100 term is 100. First one 100 term and second AP is 100 term. Both one's difference is 100. Now, what is the difference between 1000 terms? What is the difference between 1000 terms? Now you understand two conditions are given. First of all, difference is constant in both ones. Suppose first one starts from 10 and second one suppose starts from 80. But difference will be constant, just like that. 18 plus 5, 23 plus 28. So difference is constant. Now, before finding only, I just try to give you answer only right now. Now, if two terms having difference constant, then for any particular term, difference remains constant only. I am not talking about that difference. I am talking about that difference. Difference between both 4 terms, difference between both third terms, difference between both 100 terms, difference between both 1000 terms. Why? Because they proceed with equal gap, with equal step. Okay? So obviously answer will be 100. If here is difference 5, here is a difference 8. Then here also difference 8. Here also differences. Here also difference. Difference will remain constant if difference between both particular terms remain constant if in both ones D will be equal. So you understand? I am talking about two difference. That particular difference, whatever we call D. If D is constant in both ones, then difference between nth term will remain constant only. So now also we can give answer directly that if difference between both APs 100 term will be 100, then both APs 1000 terms difference is also 100. I have given you example also. If you want to cross it, then you can write further also. Okay. Now 38, 43, 48. Now take here also difference. Take everywhere 8. That is only one example according to them. Okay, so you understand, but now how to write mathematically? I just written here by taking example only. In math mostly you cannot give your answer by giving two different examples. This is for just understanding. You have to write theoretically. Theoretically you have to prove that what is the difference between 1000 terms. Okay, so first of all we write two APs. So in first AP, suppose TAN equal to A plus n minus 1 D. In second AP, we write in capital AN. N remain n only because both number is equal. Difference taken of equal number terms is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. Otherwise you can write here small but prime also. Anyway, just different symbols so that they are not mixed up, because both first terms are different. Okay, and D remains D. Sorry, no need to write here small and capital D. Why? D is equal in both ones. Only first term is different and particular nth term will be different. But D remains D only. N also n. But for time being, you can write different also here. Look, n minus. Okay, then they are giving that is 100, that also. So now they give us difference between A100 minus capital A100 equal to 100. That is given. Look there. I told in previous one that you have to write their statement in mathematical notation. So I write here in mathematical notation here. Difference between their 100 terms is 100, but two different APs are there, so symbols are different. Now, write down here A plus 99D. Here also A plus 99D. Okay, I written directly 100 minus 1, 99 is equal to 100. Now, just open that bracket. So, A plus 99D minus A minus 99D equal to 100. Now, 99D being cancelled. So, A minus A equal to 100. That is one relation. Obviously, we already concluded that difference between first term, difference between 100 term, difference between 1000 term, that will be equal only. So, we came at that conclusion. Initial difference also 100. If 100 terms difference is 100, then initial terms difference also 100. And now 1000 terms difference will be also 100. Okay. So now ask whatever they are asking. Now find whatever they are asking. They ask this. Difference between 1000 terms. So just write down A plus 999D. Minus A plus 999D. D remain D only, not capital D, because it is equal in both ones. Now again open that A plus 999D. Why I make here bracket? You understand? If more than one terms are there and before that minus sign is there, you always write binomial or trinomial or whatever, how many terms, in bracket only. No need bracket here. So minus A minus 999D. Cancel just like that. So whatever left? A minus A. But we know what is A minus A? 100 only. Okay. Give reason here by 1. That's why we given that number. We give particular conclusion number for purpose to use it again in next step. Okay. So difference between 100 term is also 100. Now you can write in statement also. Just give their statement them only. What they are asking? Find difference between that. What is the difference between their 1000 terms? So write down difference between their 1000 terms will be 100 only. Okay, as I told you in starting only, before starting that, this one, I have given one example to you. That will remain constant only. If you find same way, 2000 numbers terms different, then also it will be 100 only. Okay. Now look at number 15. For what value of n are the nth terms of 2f's equal? Understand that question. Both f's particular term is equal. Two different f's are there, but their particular term is equal. Suppose both 5th term is equal, suppose both 10th term equal, 17th term equal, 57th term equal, we don't know right now, but both particular numbers term will be equal only. Okay? Now you understand, one is increasing and another one also increasing by, for what value of n are the terms of 2? 6, 3, 6, 5, 6, 7 and 3, 10, 17 will be equal. Okay. So first of all, understand that two different f's are there. So write down first of all both f's. Six three, 6, 5, 6, 7, dot dot dot. Now 3, 10, 17, dot dot dot. Now you may confuse that how their particular term will be equal, because that is far ahead of that. But here you can look, gap is of only 2 and here gap of 7. Okay, just like if you are driving a scooter but slowly, someone are far behind you but he is driving fast. So at particular moment both will be parallel. Why? That behind that person driving fast. Same way you can understand previous sum also. Previous one means 12 numbers. If two persons, one is at this place and second one is behind me, but both are going at constant equal speed. Both are going at equal speed. So what you conclude? Gap will be constant only. I am talking about 12 numbers. If two persons going with same speed and in between some gap is there, then there will be constant gap will be there. Okay. So you understand now in second one. In second one, there is a quite different thing. Particular person slower, then another one is fast, but after some time they will reach at same point. Okay. So now understand you here A equal to 63, D equal to 2, N equal to N only. Now right here, A equal to 3, different symbol must be there. D equal to 7 and N equal to N only. N equal to N, both particular number is equal, both 20th term, both 23rd term, both 32nd term. Okay. So their condition is what? An equal to An. Both are equal. Both N numbers term are equal. So write down now formula A plus N minus 1 D. A plus N minus 1 D. I have not here capital N, but directly place here value. If otherwise you can write first of all formula, then value. I just written according to symbol. Everywhere capital, here everywhere small. Now place all values. 63. N only. N only. D2. 3. N will be N only. And D7. Okay. Now 63 plus 2n minus 2. Now 3 plus 7n minus 7. Now 61 plus 2n. 7n minus 4. Okay. 61 plus 2n, 7n minus 4. Now I want n only, so I shift that n here and 4 there. So 61 plus 4. Shifting rule you know. So 65 is equal to 5n. So 13 5 is 65. Okay, divide by 5. So can you write now? There 13th term will be equal. Okay, both ones will be equal at 13th term. You can verify also. You just extend this AP and this AP also. So here both ones 13th term will be 100% equal. This for verification. Okay, so that you can understand question also well. Okay, so these questions are quite different. That's why we first of all solve remaining all and then only this. Okay. Now, two questions I already given you. One more question I just give you. Fourth and sixth terms, sum of fourth and sixth term of an AP is 26. Sum of fifth and eighth. Fifth and eighth term of an AP is 35. I'm taking ninth only. Ninth term. Again, I just verify. You just look here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so first, second and third. Fourth one is similar to question number 80 of 5.2. Okay, there itself numbers are textbook sum only. This is just like textbook sum I formed here. Okay, answer right now I cannot say, but you just solve it. Okay. And after that, what is to find? Find first three terms. Okay. Answer will be 1, 4, 7. Okay, again from textbook. Question number 19 and 20. Then one extra sum just like 80. Okay, that are in homework. So today we solve main three sums and two extra sums. So according to first three sums, you just get one sum of each type. Okay, thank you.